Hello, once again, welcome back to the Power Bank. This is Teacher Jesse. At ngayon, ang tatalakayin naman natin ay kung paano magsulat, how to read, write, compare, and round off decimals. Okay, so napaka-importanteng matuto tayo nito kasi ito yung isa sa mga foundation or basic concepts ng mathematics na mag, kapag hindi natin alam kung paano itong mga concepts nito ay nagkakaroon ng gap ang learning natin, especially kasi nga connected itong whole number system tsaka yung decimals, fractions, and ratios. So, let's start. Let's start with the concept of decimals. So, ang decimals ay aalamin natin kung ano bang ibig sabihin ng decimals. Through this illustration, we have here a 10 by 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So 10 by 10 table. So this consists of 100 kumbaga equal parts. Okay, there are 100 equal parts, 10 by 10. And then, say for instance, there are boxes which are shaded. So if you are going to identify, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 by 5. So ibig sabihin, 25 parts ang shaded. 25 out of 100 parts or 25 over 100. So sa fraction, yan, sinisulat natin yan as 25 over 100. So dito na nagsisimula ang concept ng fractions and decimals because they are just connected. They have the same value. They're part of a whole. Okay? So kung gagawin nating simplest form or you reduce natin to lowest terms, we have the common divisor is 5 or common factor. So 25 divided by 5 is equal to 5, and then 100 divided by 5 is equal to 20. 20 times 5 is 100. Okay, tama. So, since may divide pa ng 5 and 20, so we are going to divide by the same factor, 5. So, 5, ayan. 5 divided by 5 is 1. And then, 20 divided by 5 is 4. Ibig sabihin, this shaded parts is also equal to 1/4. Tingnan nga natin. Ayan, so another part, and another part. There are 4 25 parts. Ibig sabihin, 25 times 4 is 100, or this shaded with blue is 1 out of 4. Okay, or 25 over 100. So 25 over 100 is just equal to 1 over 4. Ayan. So, paano ba lumalabas or paano ba natin nakukuha ang decimals? Okay, I guess na-discuss na to sa ibang mga lessons, but in this video, we'll not focus on this. However, i-introduce ko lang or ipakita ko lang, parang review na rin. So, di ba, pag kinuha natin or convert natin ang fraction into a decimal, we are going to divide by the numerator by the denominator. So, it is 1 divided by 4. And 1 divided by 4 is 0, since the numerator is less than the denominator. So 0 times 4 is 0, and then 1 minus 0 is 1. And then, since there is a remainder, kapag may remainder pa, gagawin natin, hihinto lang tayo pag naging 0 na or wala ng remainder or 0 na yung remainder. So, ang gagawin natin, dadagdag tayo ng decimal point. Ayan, mayroon ng concept ng decimal point. And then dadagdagan natin ng 0. So the value of this 1 is not changed. It is still 1.0. Or 1.0 is equal to 1. So bring down lang natin yung 0 na yan. So 10 divided by 4 is 2. And then 2 times 4 is 8. So 10 minus 8 is equal to 2. And then since hindi pa nga 0, at sabi ko nga, kailangan natin gawing 0 yan. Not unless pabalik-balik. Halimbawa, 3, 3, 3, or 2, 2, 2, 2. That's the time na stop ka na kasi may concept na rin ng non-terminating or repeating decimal. This time, ang unang remainder is 1 and second remainder is 2. So, dadagdag na naman tayo ng another 0 tapos bring down na naman natin. Tingnan natin kung repeating ba or hindi. 20 divided by 4 is 5. 5 times 4 is 20. And 20 minus 20 is 0. So it is a terminating decimal. It is 0.25. Therefore, 25 over 100 is just equal to 1/4. And 1/4 is equal to 0.25. And we'll come up with the second topic that we are going to, or concept that we are going to discuss, which is the relationship between the decimals and fractions. Ayun. So, going back to the example earlier, 25 out of 100 nga yung shaded parts. Yan. So, 25 over 100, pag binasa natin to, ang fraction na to, it can be read as 25 hundredths, di ba? 25 numerator and then hundredths. Okay? So, kung gagawin naman natin or i-apply natin yung concepts ng division of decimals mentally, di ba pag nag-divide tayo ng decimal, not decimal rather, division of whole numbers or by powers of 10, yung mga divided by 10, divided by 100, divided by 1,000, di ba pag ginawa na ang shortcut or ang mental computation nun is just count how many zeros and then there are 2 zeros. So, move mo lang ang decimal point ng 2 zeros dito. So, 1 and 2. So, naging ganito, 0.25. Therefore, 25 over 100 is equal to 0.25. And it is 25 hundredths if you are going to read this one. Therefore, this figure shows 0.25 in figures or 25 hundredths if we are going to read or write in words. Okay? So, yan ang relationship ng decimals and fractions. They have the same value. Iba-iba lang ang pagkasulat. Okay. Next. From the given examples that we have presented, or I have presented, masasabi natin na decimals are numbers expressed as part of the base 10. Okay? So, medyo magulo. Kung babasahin natin in our level, so explore pa natin or mas elaborate pa natin, decimal comes from the Greek prefix deci. Di ba may mga Greek prefix tayo? Octa, 8. Yang penta, 5. Yan, octa is, nona is 9. Hepta, 7. Sa polygons, so deci is 10. Okay, so Greek prefix yan, ang ibig sabihin ay 10. So, base of 10 nga. Next, likewise, 3/10 means any of the following. So, kahit na alin dito, yan ang ibig sabihin ng 3/10. So, pwedeng 3 out of 10 or i-times 10 natin, times 10 both kasi nga base 10. So, kumbaga exponential. So, times 10 times 10. So, 30 over 100. So, dinagdagan lang natin na 0. 30 out of 100. Or pwede rin 300 out of 1,000. So, pare-pareho lang ang ibig sabihin yan. It means, 3/10, yung 30 hundredths, kasi nga 30 out of 100 is 30 hundredths. And 300 thousandths have equal values. So, parehas lang ang values niyan. In symbols, we write this as 0.3 is just equal to 0.30 or just equal to 0.300. Kasi nga, yung 0 at the end of, or right after this non-zero number, wala nang nakasunod kasi yan. So, ibig sabihin, wala na silang values. Pwede nang tanggalin. So, 0.3 is just equal to 0.30 or 0.30. Kahit na napakarami pang zeros dyan na nakasunod, basta wala nang non-zero, ibig sabihin, no value na yan. Yung mga zeros na yan. So, yan yung definition, concepts, and derivation of the decimals and its relationship sa fractions. Okay, this time, we'll move on to place value system of decimals. So, example number 1. What is the place value of each digit of the decimal number 0.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9? Yan ang number na ginamit ko para hindi tayo medyo mahirapan yung pasunod na lang. Yan. So, so that we can memorize or we can identify easily the place value system, so ang gagawin natin, talagang i-memorize natin yung mga place values. Okay, madali lang naman i-memorize kasi nga related lang siya sa place value system ng whole numbers. Okay, so let's take this one. Siyempre, ito yung ones. Kung meron kasunod yan, tens, hundreds, thousands, and thousands. Ito yung decimal point. Right after the decimal point, yung first digit na yan, yan ang tenths. So parang tens, pero may th lang. So tenths. Wala nang ones, tenths na kagad. Followed by hundredths, hundredths, thousands, then 10,000s. Ganun ang pattern. Sunod, 100,000s, and then millions, 10 millions, 100 millions, and billions. Pag may nakasunod pa niyan, so pwedeng 10 billions, 100 billions, and then sunod ng billion is trillion. So, 10 trillions, 10 trillions, 100 trillions, ayun na. So, ang tandaan lang natin, walang want sa diretso sa tenths. So, these are the place values na dapat nating i-memorize. The spelling, huwag kalimutan ang THS sa end. Ayan. The end. Okay, so let's move on. How to read and write decimals in symbols and in words. We have example number 2. How do we write the following in words? Okay, we have to take note that we read decimals as how we write them in words. So kung paano natin isulat ito in words, ganun din ang pagbasa natin. Like for example, number 1, 0.632. So ang gagawin lang natin, since it is 0, and so ibig sabihin, diretso na kagad tayo sa decimal point. Basahin lang natin tong number na to, which is 632, di ba? So 632, so isulat natin 632. Of course, spelling, yung use of colon, hyphen rather, yun, mga spacing, commas, i-observe pa rin natin. Next is identify natin ang last digit. Kaya ang last digit is 2. Tapos, identify natin ang place value niya. So, from here, we have tenths, hundreds, and thousands. Since ang last digit is thousands, dagdagan lang natin ng thousands. Ayan. So, it is 632 thousands. So, yung 632, galing dyan. Tapos, ang thousands galing sa last digit. The place value of the last digit. We have another. Ayan. So, this time, meron ng whole number, which is 153. So, isulat lang natin una yung whole number. 153. The decimal point will be written as or read as end. Ayan. Tapos, sulat natin ang 8. Ayan, sulat natin ang 8. Tapos, identify natin ang place value nito. Tenths, hundreds, thousands, 10,000. So, dagdagan natin ng 10,000. So, ibig sabihin, 153 and 8 10,000s. Okay? So, ganun lang ang pagbasa at pagsulat in words ng mga decimal numbers. By the way, ang tawag natin dito decimal number, pag mayroon ng combination ng whole number at decimal, we can call them as mixed decimals. Okay. Another, 6.50. By the way, it's recommended na wag natin itong basahin ng 6.50. Recommended na 6.50. Okay? Ang pagbasa. So, 6.50, we have 6, we have and then 50. And then, the place value of 0 is hundreds. So, 6 and 50 hundreds. Or, yung sinabi ko nga kanina, this 0 can be omitted. Pwedeng tanggalin na to. So, pwede na rin 6 and 5 tenths. Tenths na lang kasi wala na tong 0. Okay? So, either of the two, pwedeng gamitin. Okay, so, that's how to read and write decimals. It's your turn. Common mistakes pa nga pala that you should avoid. So, kailangan, bantayan natin to. Ingat tayo sa misspelled words. So, ayan, 90, hindi ganitong spelling ha. And 40, not 40. Ayan. Number 2, improper use of hyphen. 83, so dapat may hyphen, hyphenated yung 83, hindi ganito. And then 300, not hyphenated ang 300. Okay? Next, improper use of comma. So 9,005. So pag 9,005, yung sa whole number part na to, not 9,005. Okay? And then 275, not 200, may comma, 75. So diretso na. 275. Okay? And of course, forgetting the use of that THS na format in decimal places. So 500s, not 500 or 500s. Mali. Okay? So this time we will have your turn, practice. Okay, can you read the following decimals? I will give you a few seconds, or you can pause the video if you need more time. Okay, get ready. Let's start. 0.031. Go. Okay, so the correct answer is, ayan, 31 yan, tapos tens, hundreds, thousands, so 31,000. Okay, next. 31.00008. Go. Okay, so it is 31 and 8, and then identify mo na to, tens, hundreds, thousand, 10,000s, 100,000, so 800,000. Ayan, 31 and 800,000. Okay? So, great job. Next. Okay, this time, ay tatalakayin naman natin kung paano magsulat in figures. So, how do we write the following in figures? We have example number 3. Okay, 5 and, number 1 is 5 and 32 thousandths. So, what are the steps na kailangan natin identify or alamin? Okay, una, alamin natin kung meron bang whole number. This time, ang indication lang natin or ating tandaan kung merong end. So, ibig sabihin, decimal point yan. So, before the end, merong 5. So, ibig sabihin, sulat lang natin ang 5. And then, end is decimal point. And then, 32,000. So, identify natin ang, kumbaga, ang number dito na decimal part. We have 32. Obviously, 32 lang yan. So, and then, ang place value is thousandths. So, ibig sabihin, merong tenths, hundredths, thousands. So, para mas madali sa atin, ang gagawin natin, guhit tayo ng mga, at the start, guhit pa tayo. But later on, pag na-master na natin, no need to draw underlines or mga lines or mga blanks. Pwede nang hindi na tayo mag-drawing yan later on pag na-master na natin. Okay, this time, drawing muna tayo or sulat muna tayo ng tatlong blanks kasi nga tenths, this is representing hundreds, and thousands kasi thousands ang target natin. And then, ang target natin is sulat natin ng 32 dito. So, since there are 3 blanks and 2 digit lang tong 32, so sulat natin dito, the end, yan, 32. And then, obviously, this is 0. Okay, so it is 5.032. Yan ang paano isulat in figures itong 5 and 32 thousandths. Another example is 190 and 2600 thousandths. So, 2600 thousandths. So, obviously, it is 100 thousandths kasi wala namang word na 2600. So, 2600, 100,000. So, 100 thousandths. So, merong 190 na whole number and then end, decimal point, and then 100,000, tenths, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 blanks. And then, sulat natin ang 26. So, dito natin sulat ang 2, tapos dito ang 6. And then, these are all zeros. So, this is 190.00026. Okay? So, yun lang. Ganun lang naman ka-simple kung paano magsulat. Importante lang, mag-ingat tayo. Careful sa, at syempre, kailangan memorize natin ang mga decimal places or place values. Okay, so this time it's your turn. Once again, can you write the following decimal numbers in figures? So figures na naman, kanina sinulat nyo in words or binasa nyo. Ngayon, sulat nyo in figures. I will give you a few seconds or you can pause the video if you need more time. Let's start. We have the first one, 3 and 72 10,000ths. Start. Okay, so 3, tapos, yan, 3 and then 72 thousands, tens, thousands, 100,000s, 10,000, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, ayan, 10,000s, and then 72. Ayan, 3.0072. Next, 4 and 4 millionths. Go. Okay, so this is 4 and then millions, so tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000 millionths. And then sulat natin ng 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 decimal places. 4 and 4 millions. Okay, great job. Moving on, we have comparing decimal numbers using relation symbols greater than, less than, or equal. So paano tayo mag-compare? We have example number 4. Let's compare the following numbers using these relation symbols. Let's start with the number 1. Okay. The concept is compare the value of each digit starting from the highest place value to the lowest place value. So, ibig sabihin, start tayo from left to right kasi nga left palagi ang may highest place value. So, 0 and 0 parehas lang. 5, 5, the same. 6 and 6. 9 and 8. 9 is greater than 8. So, dyan nakaharap yung bunganga niyan. Okay? Tandaan nyo lang, kung hindi nyo memorize ang name nito, kung alin ang mas malaki, doon nakaharap yung bunganga. Tapos, since ito yung malaki, pag binasa mo, 569, mas malaki siya, so greater than. Okay? Next. 1, 2, so parehas lang. 6, 2, ayan. Mas malaki ang 2 kaysa sa 1. So, dyan na naman nakaharap. So, ibig sabihin, 12.621 is greater than this one. So, yung symbol na to is less than. Next is 32, the same lang. And then 0.06, same ang 6. And then 5, parehas lang. And then may mga additional zeros, extra zeros. Dito wala. But, as what I have discussed earlier, wala nang ang bearing itong mga zeros na to, walang values na, so the same lang ang value nila, equal lang sila. Kahit napunuin mo pa yan ng zeros, napakaraming zeros dito. Next, 0, 0, 0, and then 0, and then 5 nang nakasunod sa hundredths place, dito sa hundredths place 0 pa. So mas malaki ito. Ayan. 0.059 is greater than 0.0059. So mag-ingat tayo sa mga ganito kasi nga nakakalito minsan itong mga zeros na to, nasa between sa mga numbers. Ayan, 0.00, dalawang zeros. Okay, and then 9, the same. And then followed by many zeros. So kahit na ilang zeros pa yan, wala nang bearing yan. So zeros, equal lang pa rin ang value niyan. Ayan. So ganun lang kasimple. Parang whole numbers lang ang pag-compare. Okay? So are you ready? Kayo na naman. It's your turn. Compare the following numbers using relation symbols greater than, less than, or equal. Okay, I will give you a few seconds, or you can pause the video if you need more time. Okay, start. Okay, so we have for number 1, 5.210, parehas lang sila, so equal. Okay, merong zeros lang dito. Next, 670, oy, dalawang zero, so mas malaki na to, kasi 8 na nga kagad diretso. Ayan, greater than. Next, 1. 0. So, mas malaki na kagad itong 1. Ayan. So, huwag kayong malito kasi kahit napakaraming 9 pa niyan, ang decimal place, ang whole number is 0. So, hindi. Mas malaki pa rin itong 1.0. Next is 0.035. So, 0.3 na kagad. So, mas malaki itong 3 kaysa sa 0. So, less than. And then, 2.31, the same lang. And then, may zeros. Wala nang bearing yung mga zeros na yan. So, equal. Okay, did you get the correct answers? Okay, great job. So, this time, we are going to proceed with the last topic that we will discuss, which is all about rounding off decimal numbers. So, what are the steps? Diretso na kagad tayo sa steps. Let's use the decimal number 2.95263. So, yan, pag binasa natin, this is 2 and 95,263 hundred-thousandths. So, first step is identify the digit in the place value to be rounded off. Okay, for instance, if we round off this decimal to the nearest hundredths, so hundreds tayo, the digit in the hundredths place is 5. So, yan, tenths, hundredths. So, we can underline it. So, underline natin ang 5. Okay. Step number 2, identify the first digit to the right of the underlined digit to the right. Yan, yung 2 na yan. So, yan. Next is, ganun pa rin sa whole number. The same lang ang process. Yan. Step number 3, if the digit to the right is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, retain or copy the underlined digit. If it is 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, round up or add 1. So, yun lang ang tandaan natin. So, pag 5 pataas, round up or dagdagan, plus 1. Pag 4 and below, pag hindi umabot ng 5, copy lang or retain. So, this case, since it is 2, yung nasa right side niyan, 2, so, round down or retain the number lang tayo. Huwag nating dagdagan ng 5. So, the underlined digit 5 is still 5. 5 pa rin yan. So, step number 4, copy all the digits to the left place of the underlined digit, then remove all the digits to the right side. So, parang ganito. Kopyahin natin, since 5 lang yan, walang nagbago, tapos kopyahin natin itong 2.9. Ayan, hanggang 5 lang tayo. Tapos the rest, zeros na yan, or since decimal, pwede nang walang zero, so eliminate or omit na natin, remove na natin yun. So our answer is 2.95. Ganun lang ang steps. The same lang talaga dun sa 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 rounding off ng whole numbers, except lang doon sa whole numbers kasi yung natitira, kailangan talaga isulat yung mga zeros na yon. Dito, pwede nang tanggalin ang mga zeros para hindi tayo medyo malito. So, tapos ma-reduce na natin ang decimal places. Prone to errors kasi pag napakaraming decimal places, pwede namang tanggalin. Okay, so example number 5. This time we'll try to round off the same number in different place values as shown in the table below. Like for example, 0.95163, round off natin into tenths, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, and 100,000s. So let's start with tenths tayo magsisimula. So yan, sulat natin 0. Since ang underlying digit is tenths 9, and then to the right side is 5. So 9 plus 1 tayo kasi nga 5 pataas. So plus 1, 9 plus 1 is 10. You cannot write 10 here. So 9 kasi yan, so maging 0 tapos maging 1 to. So it is 1.0. Or tanggalin na lang natin to kasi wala namang bearing to. So 1 na lang. Okay? Next, hundreds naman, ang underlying digit is tenths hundreds. So 5. Tapos nasa kanan niya is 1, so pababa, round down, kopyahin lang natin ang 0.95. Kopyahin lang natin ang 5, ayan. Sa thousands naman, ang underlying digit is 1, tens, hundreds, thousands, and then 6. So dagdagan natin to ng 1, so magiging 2, ayan, 0.952. Sa 10,000s naman, ang underlying digit is 6, tapos 3 yung nasa kanan niya, so ibig sabihin, kopyahin lang natin ang 6. So 9,516. And then, finally, 100,000s. So, ang 100,000s is 3. Tapos, wala na siyang digit to the right side. So, ibig sabihin, may 0 yan. Pwede yung may 0. So, 0 nga. So, dagdagan lang natin, kopyahin lang natin itong 3. Retain pa rin. So, 0.95163. So, ayan yung mga answers pag na-round off natin to the different place values. Okay? So, this time, it's your turn again. This is the last exercise. Can you round off the following decimal numbers? Get ready. I will give you few seconds and you can pause the video if you need more time. Let's start. Okay, 2.96481. Go. Okay, so yan. Sa tens, we have 3.0. Sa hundreds, we have 2.96. Thousands is 2.965. 10,000s is 2.9648. And sa 100,000s is 2.96481. Okay, so these are the answers. Did you get the correct answer? Okay, very good. So that's it for today's lesson about decimals. I hope that you have learned something new today. And please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and like and share this video so that makatulong din to para sa iba. Okay, and once again, bago ko tapusin ang video na to, I would like to share with you this quote. In math, it is not about how much you know. Rather, it is what you do when you do not know. So, hindi paramihan ng alam yan, kundi anong gagawin mo kung hindi mo na alam. So, thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.